nothing I need. There's nothing left to say. There's just no other way. Can you feel it now? It's like a steel boot to the gut. I feel the heat from these fields of fire. I hear the screeching of burning tires. I don't care how long it takes. I ain't never gonna break. I got a 5.56 that'll leave you out.
You need to extend that opening so we can hear the whole damn song, bro. Come on.
It's okay.
Come on, bro.
Hey, I've only got one thing to say about all the shit that we were talking about before the show.
Join you guys.
Oh, this must be in shoebox format here.
Yeah.
Neat.
How much Keef is in this movie anyway?
Miles O'Keefe.
I've talked about that. That is one of those jokes that lives rent-free in my head since I heard it all the way back in 1990. MST3K. There are jokes from that show that just live rent-free in my head ever since fucking Tom Servo and Crow. Or even Mike. Not Mike. What was the original one? Hodges.
You need to drink a lot in hopes that you can forget it.
It's never going to be forgotten. It's embedded in my brain permanently. It's like a tattoo on my brain. That's what that is.
That sounds unpleasant.
So, things are unpleasant. I wouldn't consider that one. So, let's see who's all here. We got Gambit that popped in the house at 7 o'clock this morning, 7:07. And then we got John Whitaker who popped in at 8:59. And let's see. We got 11 Alphas here. Good morning, guys. So, yeah, we talked before the show a little bit about all the shit that went down, that's been going down. And we're not going to get involved with it. But it's just so you know, we're completely aware of everything that's happening between FNT, Chrissy Mayer, all of them. You know, we're aware of it. Jeremy, is one of those guys. I've known him for a long time. I've known him longer than I knew Gary Beekler. And I think it's odd. I don't understand any form of cancel culture. It makes zero sense to me. And that's all I'm going to say. Cancel culture is bad. I don't care what side of the aisle you're from. And that's where we stand on PCM. We don't support cancel culture. What's that, Martin?
This is my personal opinion. Do not ascribe it to Pop Culture Minefield, please. That is
we don't involve ourselves in it.
Okay, no. My personal opinion is nobody ever passes purity tests. So stop doing that.
Yeah, it's really weird that people do that.
So, everyone is different. Accept that. If you're going to accept somebody in your life, be it personal or professional, you need to be aware of that. They are not a copy of yourself. They cannot ever be. So deal with it.
Yeah. Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. I dealt with it last
I will
night on
say
my show.
one thing.
You guys want to know what I think? Go watch my replay of my show last night. There you go.
The one thing I will say is if you do not want to respond to super chats, turn them off.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a simple rule.
If you want to have a message show, then go ahead and have a message show. And if you don't want to hear any opposing opinions, turn it off.
It goes to anybody. If you're going to have super chats, you better pay attention to them.
You better pay attention to them. That's right. Because we wouldn't be here without our audience. So there you go.
Good morning to you, John. Good morning, Alpha. Good morning. Is Gambit still here? Yeah, Gambit is still here. All right.
You got Tom Dynamite Baker over on Rumble saying hi.
Good morning, Tom. I get pissed that they don't have Rumble added.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it is clearly they're doing this on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the competition, right? Because
I routinely avoid gossip and find myself ignorant of various dramas. Seems like it might be better that way. It is.
Same also.
I don't partake in them.
I don't partake in them.
Well, it's not that I don't give a shit. It's just not going to participate in it.
I don't give a shit. That's a me statement. I know you're different.
Well, see,
I don't care.
These are people that I know personally, and I'm not going to not give a shit that things are happening to them.
Well, they are doing it to themselves, so
it's not
that
say,
it's happening to them.
It's self-created. Yep.
You know, because they tried to do that shit with me a long time ago, and my response was, I don't care. You can't bully somebody who doesn't care.
To quote the Super Bowl winning head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, we did not care. He said that. He said that about their opponents in the NFC Championship game. It was hilarious. Yeah, he said that.
Who was that?
The head coach of the Seahawks. I'm
brainstorming
on his name. I have to look it up real quick. And I'm a fan of the team. He's a new coach. He's only been there 2 years. Let's see. But and I'd love to actually. I need to make that a snippet. You know, like a little video. Because he said it, matter of fact, like that. We did not care, you know.
Right.
With a big grin on his face. Oh my God, it's funny. Let me see. Mike McDonald is his name. I don't know why I was brain farting on his name. His face is right in front of my.
Believe we're not in love anymore. Mike McDonald.
Exactly. That's his name, but different Mike McDonald. Yeah. You can actually understand what this guy says when he talks.
The same again.
You ever see that? That's one of the funniest ones on SNL commercials. You know how they have those box sets you can buy and they scroll the songs and everything. So we'll get you this special box set of Mike McDonald. What the hell is he saying? And then said, if you order now, we'll give you this extra box set. Stevie Nicks, what the hell is she saying?
I think one of the funniest things I ever heard about Michael McDonald, the singer, was when somebody asked him, what the hell is a doobie?
Now, that's somebody that's never been part of that culture, doesn't know anything about it, right? Yeah, I mean, just
it's like, what is the doobie?
Oh, man, come on.
Because the Doobie Brothers, you know?
Yeah.
And a doobie is a joint.
Yeah, it's a rolled up joint. That's what it is.
Oh, man. Good shit. So good morning, everybody. Happy fucking Monday. Jesus Christ. What a crazy, crazy world. Oh, that's really cool. I'm a member of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 group on Facebook, and they just threw up a really nice nod to not just the movie, The Rocketeer, but to the actor for whom was featured in that movie as a character, which is Rondo Hatton. And Rondo, in fact, is an award that you can win in, the creative field when it deals with horror. And it's called the Rondo Award. And it's a coveted award with nerds in particular. And it is the head of actor Rondo. It's a bust. The award is a bust of Rondo Hatton. And he is the killer in the movie The Rocketeer. And it was Rick Baker's makeup to make that actor look like. So what is it, doobie? What is it?
6. What's up?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Morning 6. We said what it is. It's a joint.
It is a joint.
Oh,
It is
okay.
marijuana rolled into a cigarette form. If you need these specifics.
I heard somebody call it a spliff once. I said, no, a spliff is when you turn a cigar into a joint, where you cut it open and you put weed
Right.
inside.
They call it a blunt now, man. Yeah.
And I said, you really shouldn't inhale those. Why are you doing that? You are not supposed to inhale cigar smoke. But anyway, origin surprising. It's not more known on the origin. Yeah. Anima and I aren't from that type of culture. No.
Knew that. Although it's a lot more legalized on her continent than it is ours. We're getting there, but
don't think for a second that I'm part of that culture, because I never was. I've always looked down on people who smoke weed all the time. I look at them the same way I look at somebody who drinks all the time.
Well, it's like, look, I say this all the time. You know, I'm in the rehab industry, if you want to call it that. The nonprofit helping people from the bottom industry is what I like to call it. But these things,
you help from your bottoms.
These things that people get addicted to are just entertainment to 90% of the population. Okay, They don't have to have it all the time. I've smoked plenty of weed over the years. I was a bartender for 18 years. I had people throwing quarter bags at me just to show up to after parties. I mean, you know, I never paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol was around me all the time, you know, but I am not an addict. I don't have that.
That's what an addict would say.
Yeah. True. Well, I'm surrounded by plenty of addicts, and they will all tell you I'm not. But yeah, I just, you know, if you need it, it's an addiction. If if you control it, then it's entertainment. That's what it is for most people. Gambling, or any of these things you get addicted to. So,
yeah, well, it's like look, people that love Seth Rogen early on, I couldn't stand him from the beginning.
Well, it was obvious he was.
I don't like
go. Yeah,
who only fucking talk. It's like, could you imagine walking around and talking about martinis 24/7? Like, if somebody walked around talking about booze, I wouldn't fucking be friends with them. That's all they do. And some of these fucking potheads, that's all they fucking want to do. And it's like, I frown on it the same way. Well, weed's not addictive. I went, yeah,
anything can be addictive. Anything.
Everything's addictive that makes you feel good. So fuck off with that. And two, the reason nobody takes it serious is because you can't overdose on weed. In fact, when I was in college, real college, not the fake college. When I was in real college, my roommate made a mission to get me high one weekend, and he did. He got me pretty high. It was when my dad got so upset because we got thrown out of the ballpark at going to see the Chicago Cubs. We got thrown out because we got on the dugout, and apparently on TV for just a few seconds when we got thrown out. But anyway, we smoked so much that I was straight.
Wow.
And I didn't believe that could happen. And
I've heard of it. I've heard of that.
But
never experienced it, actually. I'd pass out before friggin'.
I learned a lesson, though. Do not mix marijuana with Jägermeister.
Whoa! Why in the hell would you attempt that, bro?
I was seeing shit. Like, what was that?
There's being full, and then there's hallucinogens without hallucinogens.
So you had poor man's absinthe.
Oh,
yep.
God.
And that was my old buddy Marshall. And Marshall, like, he wanted to go up to Lake of the Ozarks. My cousin was busted for growing weed, only about 1,000 acres or so. No big deal. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you something. Josh, it fucked his life up. He had one little Toledo. It's not really a Toledo window box. It was more like just a regular planter, just a little pot. planter pot in his living room with a dead marijuana plant in it. And he got in trouble up there in Michigan. And he was in and out of jail. They destroyed his life. And it's why he had so many, attempts on his own life, because he was in so much deep shit with the city and state over that one dead marijuana plant. With what he got arrested and charged with was intent to distribute.
Bummer. That's the worst one.
Why though? The plant was dead.
It was dead, and they wrote him up. I suspect Josh was being sarcastic, and it pissed the cop off. And that's why I always said, just be polite.
Just make it sarcastic.
But cops can be fucking assholes, just like anybody.
Yeah.
And it pretty much ruined his life for quite a while. And it was tough going through that shit with him. Wait a minute. Just because something can kill you doesn't mean it's healthy. I used to throw my life away on Diet Coke. Goddamn right. Me, I'm even more old school than you, Six. Give me Tab. That's
Tab, oh God.
Or because it's natural.
All I can think of is Scrooge, him taking that full glass of vodka and just shaking the Tab bottle till a drop comes out, right?
I laugh at people who say, oh, that thing, whatever it is, it's natural, so it's good. And say, yeah, even Cobra's venom is natural, so no, doesn't make it good. Say,
yeah. Hey, I drank Tab as a kid. I'm like, I hope I don't get that saccharine cancer. But I've always liked the taste of diet sodas since I was a kid, and I drink mostly Zero Mountain Dew because it's got sucralose in it, which is a sugar alcohol. It's made from sugar. And but I don't drink much of anything else unless, and Anima knows this, I like Dr. Pepper. But I tend to avoid the sodas that have phosphates in them. Those are your dark sodas. And I tend to avoid them, have for years, like decades. I prefer Mountain Dew. In fact, when I worked for TruckNet and iFleet, same company, basically, we had 3 machines in the IT department. All 3 of them were filled with Mountain Dew, varying versions of Mountain Dew. And we lived on that. IT people, drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah, man. Got to have caffeine if you're going to code.
Yep. I like cherry Pepsi, but I don't drink much Pepsi because I don't know why it's too sweet for me. I like Coke. Coke Zero's like the thing I like to drink, and because it's got a bite. I like the bite because like it burns. Like the first drink you have of a Coke, you should feel that burn at the back of your throat, and I fucking love that. Same thing with Dr. Pepper. It kind of burns a little bit when you drink it. But I've discovered my 3 favorite is Dr. Pepper Zero with cherry, Dr. Pepper Zero vanilla, or Dr. Pepper Zero cherry vanilla. And those are so fucking good. It's like a dessert to me. My brother was a Coca-Cola distributor, and he was a dealer, distributor. We always had lots of Coke, Tab, and Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb was the attempt to compete against Dr. Pepper by Coca-Cola. But in the end, what happens now, depending on where you're at, what region you are, it depends on whether Coca-Cola or PepsiCo distributes Dr. Pepper now. I like my sodas like I like my men. Gary likes to be attacked by his beverages. Dr. Pepper with blackberry, big disappointment. I saw that and I thought about it and I went, no, it's cherry is completely different than like blackberry. I just, it didn't sound right to me. Coke Zero is too bitter for me. And it's that bitterness thing that I like, I think. That's what I like. It's like, I like coffee.
What's bitter about Coke Zero?
It's like I said one time at work, I said, I like, I like my Coca-Cola like I like my women. Bitter and with a little bit of my cream in it.
And cold?
Oh, man, that's TMI. Oh, shit. All right.
Okay. About this whole conversation about sodas, I can only say
Diabetes. So we got a Sikorsky up here. This I think that's the C-47 one, which is odd. Let me go. It might be the 46.
Oh, frozen Gary.
I'm looking something up.
Yeah, he's just being quiet. His
Yeah, but look at him. Look.
It's the 46.
I know he freezes occasionally.
It's the 46. Like, is this going to be a conversation every time it happens?
Yes.
Right.
So it's stupid. I'm trying to talk about something. It's a C-46 because the 46 is the one used by the Marine Corps and the Navy, and the 47 is the one used by the Army. And the big difference is the landing gear. You can see it right off the bat. It's different. So, look, I'm going to be blunt about the blunt. I'm going to be blunt about this movie. I am not a fucking fan of this film. I went to see it in the theater, and I was pretty annoyed by this movie. And one of the things I've always said, and I said this at dinner with Dale Dye, who has worked with Charlie Sheen on Platoon. Okay. They were talking about people who want to go back in time to off Hitler. And I said, if I could go back in time to stop something from happening, it would be going back in time to just before this movie was made and offing Charlie Sheen. So he would never make this movie. And they would get somebody better in than him.
Wow.
And even though I don't really mean it. Dale Dye and Julia fucking lost their shit. Like, this is early in our relationship. This is back in 2006, like right when I first started working for them. And I think it was that joke that made them realize that they were going to make me part of the family. Because I say fucked up shit like that at a dinner, a formal dinner meeting. Because I don't care.
But even if they had cast somebody else, the character would still have been fucking unlikable. He's a shithead. Yeah. And I'm talking about the character,
by the way,
Charlie Sheen.
Another actor who's made a career off of being military characters. I'm sorry, I've still got Michael McDonald on my screen over here. That was just funny to me. He said Michael McDonald. I'm like, I love his music, man. I can't believe. Also, one of the things I did like in this film is right here. I'll tell you, man, I fucking love Michael Biehn. I fucking love him as an actor, but that man cannot drive act.
Oh God, no! And why is nobody telling him to stop moving the fucking wheel?
He's driving straight down a bridge. He's doing.
Don't tell me he's doing the. Oh God, no!
All
over the fucking time. He drives like a window wiper, Well,
we don't know. It could have been Pothole City. I mean, he could have been avoiding all kinds of shit.
It's just fucking funny. His driving is terrible. And this isn't the first time I've seen it. He did it in Terminator as well.
Yeah.
He drives angry.
He doesn't have a license. I mean.
Oh, this scene always bugged the shit out of me because I hate to explain physics to you, but the distance they were from the bridge rail, Charlie Sheen's character would not survive that fucking jump. Wouldn't work that way. We knew that this gentleman was dead from the get-go get-go because he fell into the
He
rule.
almost got married.
And yep.
That's how you know he's going to die.
He's planning to get married throughout the whole movie. It's like, man, right from the get-go, you knew this fucker was dead.
He's toast.
What really annoyed me, though, is that his woman doesn't get a flag at his funeral because they weren't married. The only reason they weren't married was because he got called away on mission when they were entering the fucking church.
Alpha, did you understand what I meant? That's more important because I'm pulling this ship off the top of my head. Marriage, children, and commitment. That's Miles O'Keefe from Tarzan the Ape Man. I love that fucking joke. How much Keefe is in this movie? Miles O'Keefe.
Miles O'Keefe.
Yeah.
You do that with O'Brien too.
Oh yeah, it works with O'Brien. How much Brian's in this movie? Miles O'Brien. Yeah, this is look how fucking far he was sitting. He didn't jump from the side of the Jeep. He jumped from the middle of the Jeep. Good God. Liked his cameo in Mando. Wait, who are we talking about?
Don't know.
No, it's not. This movie was kind of junk military. It's a cowboy movie. And that's the way, special weapons people felt about this movie, is that it didn't do a very good job depicting the life as a warrior. Bill Paxton's in it. I fucking love Bill Paxton. And him and Sean Bean doing a movie together again was awesome.
Yeah.
And he plays a cool character whose nickname, do you remember? His call sign? God.
It's been a while since I've seen this thing.
Also, Rick Rossovich is in this. And Rick was one of those big, muscular guys during the 80s. He's in Top Gun.
Terminator.
He's in the Terminator. He's the boyfriend. Sarah Connor's boyfriend.
Really?
No, Sarah, no.
Yeah,
love that guy.
No,
he's awesome.
The boy,
the other girl, her roommate.
Yeah,
the roommate. Yeah.
He's also the character Chris in the movie Roxanne, which I really like that movie. It is the best.
The one that Steve Martin is trying to help.
It's Cyrano de Bergerac is what it is. But instead of being in the 1600s, 1700s, it takes place in modern America, and it's a fire department instead of the French military.
Best friggin' scene in the movie is the bar scene where the guy throws the dart and hits 20 and he has to come up with 20 insults. It's great, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But Boeing makes some good helicopters. That's all I got to say.
Make a mental note. We need to do Roxanne when Steve Martin week comes up, dude. For sure.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, man. There's so
many good things, but
his.
I had forgotten about that one until you just mentioned it, dude.
Sadly, we've already done one of my favorite films by him, which is good. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
I love that movie.
Just adjusting your hooters. They're all out of whack.
Heine Mucke Frau. Like, it's like in the world of Carl Reiner, Heine Mucke Frau means cleaning woman.
Yeah.
And it's not good German. And Anima made it a point to say that is not what that means.
That's going to be a week in hell if we do him.
No, you're going to like the ones we do. You will like Roxanne. You will.
Roxanne's good. Yeah. You'll enjoy that. Yeah.
You will like LA Story. It's a very good film.
Very California movie. Yeah.
But it's also a good romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what was the other big one that he did back. Oh, where he's an evangelist. Well, now she will not like that one. She will tolerate that one because I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the two main characters in the film have fucked up names, and Amel Mahay and Dr. Huffar.
Huffar.
I love Steve Martin, but he did some serious comedies. More serious. Stop it. He did some serious comedies that I know you're going to like because you've actually enjoyed him in other stuff that I showed you, and you will enjoy him. He's very good in some of the more serious comedies, the more dramatic comedies that he did. Roxanne is a very good one. It's Cyrano de Bergerac, classic story.
Been told several times.
I consider it my favorite version. My second favorite version is the one with I just forgot his name, the French fat actor.
Gerard Depardieu.
Gerard Depardieu, yeah.
His version is my second favorite version. And it's very good. And it's heartbreaking, his death at the end. Good fucking movie. But Rick Rossovich, he was just one of those big fucking meathead actors. He plays meatheads. It's what he does, and he was good at military parts because he looks like he's a meathead and he looks like a guy that would be in the military. There's Bill Paxton on that night scope. All right, let's get back to the chat here. Well, Ebert has some fucked up opinions on a lot of shit. Yeah, I completely agree with him too. I'm not a fan of that movie though. I've never seen its sequel. He's really damn good in that movie. I think Charlie Sheen's movie that I loved him most in after. I just forgot the baseball movie with Bob Uecker. Where they were
Major League.
Major League. Major League is my absolute favorite Charlie Sheen film. After that, it's Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. I fucking love both those films. When he's going up what's supposed to be like the Mekong Delta, and he's going by another fast boat, and there's fucking Martin Sheen playing the character he played in Apocalypse Now, and they both look at each other, they stand up, salute each other, and go, "I loved you in Wall Street." That's a great fucking gag. Oh man.
I love Wall Street. I think that's a great one.
Would have landed in the book. Oh yeah, because that extension on the house isn't there in real life. That was a fake extension that goes over to the stairwell. Yeah, he would have just crashed down to the ground. There's nobody could fucking jump that far from that house. That's why they had to put that extension on the house in the movie. And I've been there. Well, you and I've talked about this before, Alpha. So I grew up in that area, and so I went to the Exorcist house a lot, like way too much. And I love that. And it's still one of my favorite places to go to on Google Street. Because you can actually click on the stairs and it'll go over to the stairs so you can look up or down the stairs from the Exorcist house. Yeah, Roxanne's a great film, John. S. Epatha Murkison, later well known for Law and Order. Oh, yeah. And he's also in another, the guy I'm talking about, though, is Dennis Haysbert. He plays Graham in this, the guy that's doomed from the beginning because he's getting married. Was in The Unit, which I didn't like that show. A lot of people did. I did not. It was too much drama, home life drama. And I was like, no, I'm not interested in that. Let's see. I lived military home life drama. Fuck that shit. Let's see. And of course, Joanna Whalley. This is before she married Val Kilmer.
She's
Bill Paxton. Oh, she is gorgeous. Yeah. I got my mystery theater joke. How many movies is Miles O'Keefe in? Anyway. Well, I know he's in the Legend, or not the Legend of Tarzan, just Tarzan of the Apes, by starring Bo Derek and directed by her husband, John Derek. It's a terrible, terrible fucking movie. Daryl Hannah at her peak in Roxanne. Yeah, she was really good back in that day.
Yeah, she was.
I love Top Gun 1. It is the shit. The sequel, though, I have yet to qualify my taste to it. That's okay. I really liked it because it was the best Star Wars film we'd seen in decades.
I liked it too.
Maverick is a Star Wars movie. And I do mean Top Gun Maverick, y'all. When I say it is shit, it means it's a great movie. No, I get it. No, I say that all the time. It's the shit. Gerard
Depa-doobie-doo.
Oh man, he got canceled over shit that he did when he was a kid. He admitted to something about something was hard to get through as a kid, being in these gangs, and they're kind of rape gangs. And he opened up about that shit. I'm like, he was underage. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're gonna hold him accountable for something he did as a kid. Don't agree with it. It's not like it's okay, but you're gonna punish somebody. They like, it's just people that fucking part of cancel culture. I fucking hate these people. Wall Street 2 does not hold a candle to the 87 original film. Charlie's cameo and Ferris Bueller. Oh my God. And that is so wackadoodle because he looked like he hadn't slept for days.
No, he looked rough, man. Yeah. I was going to mention that one earlier. That is some awesome stuff, man.
Maybe good, but not as captivating as the original film. I get vertigo running up the stairs. I'm pretty sure I would fall to my death trying to run down them. Oh my God.
Don't run on stairs, please.
Daryl Hannah is just one of those girls, so beautiful. And she had hopes of being John Kennedy Jr.'s wife one day, but didn't happen. The one he ended up marrying, he killed. He shouldn't have been flying. He knew he shouldn't have been flying. Pure arrogance that had him in the air.
That whole family gets killed by arrogance, man. Come on. I mean, didn't one of them die friggin' playing football on skis?
What?
I mean, yeah, it's something they do. They'll play football on skis.
This was the scene where he pulled a gun on himself and tried to question himself. It didn't go wrong until he tried to waterboard himself.
Because we all knew he wasn't going to shoot himself.
I'm like, this is such a weird image right here of him holding a pistol on himself. Like,
yeah.
Don't move. I said, don't move. Stop talking.
Shut the hell up.
Talking is moving. I like the unit. I bet you did, Alpha. Though also, except for the dependent drama. One of the few military shows which showed planning and rehearsals. Running up the exit stairs is part of the... Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't know that those stairs had rubber padding put on them for the film. For the stuntman. I also love Sheen in Money Talks. It was an okay film. Look, I even kind of enjoyed The Chase. Another movie with... porn actor, oh my God, the guy looks like Mario.
Oh, mustache. Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy is in that movie. I think he's a cameraman in it. Flea's in the movie. Like crazy fucking side cast of all these people famous for other things. Now that movie has Sheen and Chris Tucker played against each other very well. Well, Tucker's funny. Oh, I have seen Gerard Depardieu, for instance, in The Moon and the Gutter. My favorite weird movie with him, I don't want to say weird, just off the wall, odd movie with him is Green Card. I actually like that movie. It's one of those romantic comedies I actually enjoyed. Him and Andy McDowell have great chemistry. I don't remember that one. I don't know what that is. The Hedgehog. My theology teacher was the consultant for The Exorcist, Jesuits, man. They had the whole fucking church working on that movie. In fact, the priest who delivers Father Karras's delivers the final prayer to him is a priest. He was an actual ordained priest, and it's why he wasn't in the sequel, the real sequel that was done around 1990, was because he was off at another church and he wasn't available. Yeah, I did not watch the Dalmatian movies, the live action ones. Oh, yay, good for you. I hope you got us on headset, not on speakers.
Right? Because it could get loud in here. Some of the stuff in this movie is over the top. It's going to trigger Gary for sure.
It is. I'm not thinking that. I was saying that it was a reference to Apocalypse Now, that he's the same character from Apocalypse Now, which I said.
Yeah.
And you see Martin Sheen with the same fucking haircut, still not aged a fucking day, stand up and salute his son and say, "I loved you," in that movie that I said before. I don't need to fucking remember it every fucking 10 minutes. This is a complaint by a lot of the special weapons guys, is that it made them look like a fraternity, even though their behavior can be very much like a fraternity.
They kind of are.
They're very serious about what they fucking do.
Yeah.
But they're also serious when they're having fun. It is, again, I'm just going to say it, it's absolutely the best Star Wars film in years.
Yes. Most definitely.
Oh, very cool, John. Not to be mistaken with Reverend Jim from Taxi, who actually is also Doc Brown.
Doc Brown, yeah.
My guess is that Doc Brown went into the past, got brain damaged, and became Reverend Jim.
Yes.
It's been a theory of mine for a long time.
And colored his hair.
Oh, okie doke. Anima did not get this joke at all. And I'm laughed at it. I still laugh about it to this day, where he's got to take his driver's test.
Oh my God.
And they're all there with him to help him if he needs help. And he leans over and he goes, "What does the yellow light mean?" And they lean forward and they go, "Slow down."
What does
Okie doke. What does the yellow light mean? You're like, "Oh my God, slow down." And he goes, "Okie doke. What does?" Because his brain is
you say
riddled.
I didn't get the joke. I got it. It's not a joke because it's not funny to me. I don't find
it's
shit like that
hilarious.
funny. It's annoying.
I know, it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I know. This is where we have to just love her.
She the baby. Gotta love
But
her.
I have not watched the whole thing yet.
I don't do silly funny. I'm sorry.
There was a parody, and you're marrying me.
Right?
There was a
You're in for a
parody
life
of the
torture.
Hearts of Darkness documentary on the making of Apocalypse Now called Hearts of Hot Shots Part 2. I love that idea. That's great. Oh my God. Oh my God, really Star Wars? Yeah.
Yes.
That's
what they're
fucking
doing.
Death
It's the
Star
trench
battle.
run. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the trench run.
They admitted that that's what that was, that it's Star Wars going for the Death Star. Absolutely.
They have a target that's only 2 meters wide.
2
I mean, come
meters
on.
wide.
And
Of course, you know.
the targeting computer is disconnected.
But I will tell you, when they say that, Tom Cruise gives away that he doesn't understand the metric system. And when he said 2 meters, he did like 8 inches.
Right. It's only this.
2 meters. That's like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you saying, Tom Cruise? I think everybody should call him Tom Cruise. Never call him Tom. Never call him Mr. Cruise. Tom Cruise. Well, what do you think about that, Tom Cruise? Like, you can call me Tom. I am calling you Tom Cruise.
I am calling you Tom Cruise.
Trench Run. Goddamn right.
Better than trench food.
But the 1990 TV series of Ferris Bueller. Don't even.
Oh my God. Let's not talk about that.
Just,
come on now.
We pretend that thing never fucking happened, dude.
There's certain things you don't talk about. We don't talk about Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We don't talk about any Highlander film past the first one. And we don't talk about Ferris Bueller 1990 television series.
Dude, I submitted myself on Saturday night to watch Annihilation.
Good for you. Good for you.
It's the second
time I've watched
second time in my life that I watched this. Only because I'm doing the string of movies for tonight.
You're going tonight?
Yeah.
You will enjoy it.
Oh, wait. What are you going to go see tonight?
Mortal Kombat 2.
Mortal Kombat.
I went and saw it Saturday. It's great, man. Check your brain at the door, get some popcorn, and enjoy.
I hate.
Some people fucking hate it.
Dude,
I love it.
I hate the 2021 version. And this is coming
I didn't like it either.
It was okay. The
no. I
good, but
hated that.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you like the 1995 one,
I love it. That is the only one.
Then you're going to enjoy this. Trust me. Yeah, you're going to enjoy it.
What, like some people, like Critical Drinker, has criticized it, saying that it's nothing but fan service. And I'm like, I don't really have a problem with that. My problem is the overuse of member berries, because I like Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have loved it if there were a lot less fucking member berries in it.
No, this is the correct use. Basically, they took all the criticism they got for the first Mortal Kombat movie, and they fixed everything people were bitching about that love the game. And I mean, this is my personal opinion. I dug it. I thought it was awesome. Carl Urban plays an aging action hero, right? An aging version of Jean-Claude Van Damme, basically.
And before you continue, pause for just a second and then continue. Sure. When I say I will watch anything with Carl Urban in it,
I'm telling you, the guy gets
into that guy.
He's another one like Cavill that enjoys the same shit we do, and he goes all in on it, and he's all in on playing an aging Johnny
I like
Cage.
the way you mispronounce "same" by saying "shame."
I've got a piece of gum in my mouth. Sorry. But yeah, he's all in on this one, man. And it's very enjoyable. You guys, it's not member berries. It's getting the game right is what it is. That's what they do in this one.
I get what you're saying, because there was a lot of criticism leveled at the first movie, but I'm not even a fan of the fucking game, Mortal Kombat. I played it. It was okay.
I'm more of a Street Fighter guy. I'm with you. I like the mechanics.
Well, I'm more of a fucking first person shooter game.
No,
That's
I know.
all I enjoy. Like my friends try to get me to play like World of Warcraft, and I said, "Is this really a game? This is awful."
No, that's more of a job, bro. That's a different kind of game. You have to work on that one constantly. But from the fighting game genre, the ones I always liked were Virtual Fighter and Street Fighter. I never liked Mortal Kombat because you had to hit a button to block. Whereas some of these other games, all you had to do is push your directional in a certain direction and you were automatically blocking, But we used to have Mortal Kombat tournaments when I was a bartender, and we had after parties at my house when I was single, taking care of my kids with no mom and stuff. We used to hang out and play the Give Up the Stick tournament and have a good time with it. I knew all about the game, and that's what they got right in this one. It's got a lot of the fatalities in it, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. If you're a fan of the game Mortal Kombat, you're going to enjoy the movie. You will.
Yeah, we can go into this one day, Gambit, because Keith and I have really gone in. Like he and I lost friends over our criticism of the Disney trilogy. And one of them, I said, if he is going to fucking end our friendship over this, he wasn't a good friend to begin with. And I have photos of this guy hanging out with Keith and me a lot. And I'm like, what a fucking pussy. What a pussy. And not the good kind. And I think that if they had stuck to J.J. Abrams' original plan, because he did lay down a map for where the trilogy was supposed to go, but Kathleen Kennedy decided to throw all that out with, the baby with the bathwater, and bring in Ruin Johnson to make his middle film, which is actually the end of the trilogy. The trilogy ended in the second film. It was so fucking stupid. I mean, the writing in that was so atrocious, and the plotting in it is so bad. Like, can you be more racist by putting one of the main characters that just happens to be black on a side mission to nowhere to do nothing?
And make him the clown of the movie.
The clown of the fucking movie.
Well, as much as you guys hate The Last Jedi, you should have even more hate for The Last Chapter. Rise of Skywalker is worse than that movie.
I've never seen it. I won't see it.
Okay,
I've never watched it.
Good.
My
You're
take
not
on
missing a thing.
The Rise of Skywalker is one of the dumbest movies I have ever seen.
Stupid movie.
Yeah, but it's not actively trying to offend their audience. At least that.
Well, I will tell you, as far as Joe's family life goes, they have not disowned him yet. That's
okay, I
all
missed
got to
something.
say.
Yeah, I missed something in the chat. Let me go see.
No. Don't go look back. Just stick to what I said. It's okay. You'll survive.
No, they haven't disowned me.
Yet.
There she is, Joanna Wally. She was like, I got to be honest, man. I'm almost as big a fan of Willow as I am any fucking nerd film from the 80s. I fucking love that movie. Val Kilmer and she had so much chemistry in that fucking movie, and he gets hit by that fucking spell and falls in love with her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know how to react to this. He's trying to survive because she's trying to kill him. And he's like putting his hand on his heart, expressing his soul to her. Oh, it's fucking funny. Also, the scene where he goes, peck, 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 peck.
Yeah.
I fucking laughed so hard when he did that to Willow.
Well, it's the closest thing we had to a live action Lord of the Rings before we got the live action Lord of the Rings.
That's right.
Anybody that's a fan of fantasy loves Willow, man. It's got a special place in our hearts, no doubt.
Willow Osgood was destroyed by Disney.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm so glad I didn't watch that. Oh my God. I'm so glad.
I'm going to call them that. The Disney Woketeers ruined Willow. There's the Huey that I knew.
There you go.
What's really funny is when we were training around it one day, this senior NCO walked over by me and he says, what's the most important part of the Huey? And what he didn't know is I wanted to fly helicopters. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted to go to school for it. And I read up on how to fly. And when I was told I could be a pilot, a helicopter pilot, not a jet fighter pilot, my score wasn't quite high enough for that. But it was high enough for chopper pilot, which I thought was funny because it's technically harder to fly a helicopter than a fighter pilot. But oh well, But anyway, I turned to him and I said, well, the Jesus nut is the single most important part of the helicopter. And he stopped and looked at me and huh. And one of my buddies goes, what the fuck's a Jesus nut? Like, what is that? I said, it's the part of the blade system that comes from the motor, that if that part breaks, everyone on board is praying to Jesus because you're fucked. Hence why it's called the Jesus nut. Now, I'm sure Alpha's going to have some sort of fucking input on that because he's been on more helicopters than me. A lot more. Sadly, though, I don't know how smart Alpha can be if he jumped off a perfectly good helicopter.
I repelled out of one. I say
Well, that's because
repelled. You drop
you're
down.
a very repellent person.
Yeah. Whatever.
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 Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Gert. I'm still waiting. Alpha's going to have something to say about the Jesus nut. All right,
Yeah, but you can't go.
Show. No, we can't talk until he gets back.
All the plants are going to die, Gambit. Get back here.
We stood on the skids of a Huey in the air. Then we jumped. Our Bundeswehr. Is that how that's pronounced, Anima?
Bundeswehr.
Bundeswehr.
Yeah, Bundeswehr. That's the military.
Jump masters were pretty casual. Still said a goddamn thing about the Jesus nut. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Casually jumping out of a perfectly working helicopter.
Yeah. It's like, oh, are we about to crash? No, just jump.
Gambit, I had a good wedge of that on Friday.
I have to eat some dinner, and that is a good old-fashioned lasagna.
Enjoy.
Is it what
Dinner
kind of
at 6
lasagna is it?
p.m.
My favorite lasagna is, I like a 4-cheese lasagna, but my favorite is the meat lovers lasagna, where every layer has sausage and ground beef mix. I fucking love that.
Never heard of lasagna with sausage.
No, you mix the Italian sausage with beef, and it kind of tamps down the flavor. It's not.
Oh no! If you mix Italian with beef, you're gonna get vendetta.
Oh, look, lasagna is going to it's either going to give you the shits or it's going to back you up, depending on how much meat you have to how much cheese you have, because cheese is the opposite of a laxative. Like, I had a buddy of mine that was
said
bound
vendetta,
up
not diarrhea.
in college. Well, vendetta sounds like you're saying diarrhea. Like you're paying.
You're
a
full
vendetta.
of shit, Gary.
You're full of shit.
No, I'm not. I told you how you have established that the shit is out of the body.
Ooh.
Because of the diarrhea.
Same as Jesus handle in the car. Just want to finish eating my din-din. Chicken Florentine. Yeah, but still nothing from 11 Alpha on the Jesus nut. This is an absolute shitheel move on Charlie Sheen's character's part. Just shitheel. And I winced when this scene happened. And I knew guys like this. And we have a name for guys like this in the military. You remember that name? Jeff?
Nope.
Blue Falcons.
Blue Falcons. Never heard of that.
Means buddy fucker.
Oh, God. Really? Nah, I've never heard that one.
Guys that were out for themselves. And man, if you weren't sitting there, they're fucking trying to make it with your fucking chick.
Oh,
and
dude, no.
They're just scummy guys in the military like this.
Maybe I was stupid. I was fresh out of high school when I joined, and my fiance was at home. She was not anywhere near the guys I was serving with. So, yeah.
I have never had a chicken lasagna in my life.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing Florentine about that, because I doubt that Italians would put chicken in lasagna.
BRB.
At the moment, I'm having Stouffer's vegetable lasagna because it doesn't have tomato sauce in it. That's interesting. I'll have to look that up. But I like tomato sauce. This was the first major film to feature that I have to go over to the right because the fucking video thing blocks what I'm trying to read. This was the first major film to feature the MP5 SD. RoboCop and Predator 2 beat them to the punch with the Barrett M82, which is the 50 cal sniper rifle. But this film made it famous as a sniper platform, which is what it is. Yeah.
However, the movie that best represented that was John Rambo. Man, that those scenes with the Barrett.
Yeah. By the way, the MP5 is made by Heckler and Koch, and it's, in my opinion, probably one of the best armors around. I love the H&K. The 91 is like my favorite rifle. God damn, that thing is accurate. I've actually never even held a Barrett. I've only seen them. I've touched them, but I've never picked it up. Never felt the weight. Never fired it. It's what I've always wanted to. But it's like my dad once said about it. He says, "Son, if you want to hold a gun and fire $5 worth of ammo, take that single shot with a Barrett rifle, because that's a fucking expensive bullet." That's all I got to say. That's $5 downrange. Now it's even more than that. How much is 50
EMG
cal? I know fucking. Okay. It didn't understand my question, so I'm going to phrase it a different way. $10 fucking dollars for real ammo, and you can get reloads as low as $3. So if you want to go out shooting and spend $10 with one shot, the Barrett's the one to do it with. I fired the MP5K mounted in a briefcase belonging to one of the Manuel Noriega's bodyguards. Nice. Have you ever been down to Honduras, Alpha? Because that's where I went on temporary duty. TDY. I fired the MP5. Yep. Yep, boy. Ain't nothing better. Nothing but a lasagna party. I got to tell you, man, I don't know what it is, but I do fucking love a good lasagna. I really do. I like it with the edges crusty. And in fact, my favorite.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I tend to always want to eat just the corner pieces. I don't like the middle part because it's too soft. I like the corner pieces and the edge pieces. But somebody's got to eat the inside of that fucking lasagna. I know. Better than a sausage party. Thank God to Anima for that. Otherwise, it would be.
Yep. I'm doing my duty to break up the sausage fest.
Had a wedge of Olive Garden lasagna Friday. By the way, Joe, I was telling Anima that they changed the way they make food now at Olive Garden. They started about 6 years ago, and they changed the way they make their food, and they actually hire chefs to oversee the making of their dishes now. And you can taste the difference. And like I had some of their chicken Alfredo right after I heard about that, and I wanted to go celebrate a contract that I got for a movie, and I was like, oh my God, that is like some of the best fettuccine Alfredo, well, chicken fettuccine Alfredo I've ever had, and I fucking loved it. The only thing that bugs me about it is they still, to this day, they still try to get you to fill up on the fucking breadsticks. And I just won't do that.
Yeah, they have a really bad reputation in Europe, Olive Garden. They're
Well, like
wannabe Italian, nothing but fast food.
Here too. But 5-6 years ago is when it changed. Olive Garden. What year was that? Changed. I think it was 2020, maybe 2021. I'll go 2021. (2023) is when they started doing it, and they hired an executive chef to oversee management of all restaurants, and so the food got better. It wasn't like fast food pasta anymore, and they also changed the designs of the restaurants to make you feel like you're sitting in a real fucking restaurant rather than a giant cafeteria. The last time I went, I had shrimp scampi. Yum. Good. Hey, Cavatino, what's up, buddy?
It's been a while.
Welcome, fellow grunt. Even though he's armor, but eating salad at Olive Garden is good for your back door.
Yeah.
Just answer. Oh, say no more, dog. Shrimp scampi. Martin, you got a back door.
I'm ready.
Also, you had one earlier with Trench.
Well,
so we have two videos.
That doesn't track, but okay.
11 Alpha said Gary likes the trench, or the trench scene from Star Wars.
Okay.
6 also did a breach, I think.
Oh, so three videos.
I didn't see that.
Cowboy, check around and see if there's a back door.
Dragon! Fire the black area!
Okay.
An agent there too.
So,
sure there's no back entrances into this place.
I've put him through enough already.
What do you say your name was?
Currently, I go by Adam Clay. Trust me, if there was a back entrance, I would have used it.
Goddamn right. No.
That's a good one.
I'm bigger fan of our local chain, Mangiuni's. We used to have a really good Italian restaurant owned by three brothers, Italian brothers, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was expensive, but it was worth every fucking penny. Like if you got their Chicago style pizza, large, you could, like Zoe and I would eat off that for a week. It was like 5-6 days worth of food. And she couldn't believe how good that was. Rosati's was the restaurant, Rosati's, the Rosati brothers. Wait, what was that? Last time I went to Olive Garden, I had some chicken dish with peaches in it. I can't remember what it was called. Well, I've got some bad news for you. That wasn't peaches. That was raw chicken.
Ew.
I say that because when Zoe went out with Mac and me one afternoon, she cried at the restaurant. I'm serious. She fucking started bawling in this Japanese restaurant. We ordered all this food and we got her cooked food, tempura style. And she was so afraid that we're going to try to sneak raw fish on her that when the Japanese family that owned this restaurant, and the restaurant's still here, we're going to go to that restaurant and I'm going to take Zoe and make her eat that ice cream. They gave her a dish of their homemade peach ice cream. And the peaches looked so much like raw chicken to her that she was terrified to eat it. This, by the way, is the only scene in the film that the Navy warfare specialists fucking complimented the movie doing correctly. This is exactly how you do it.
Scary moment, too.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure every soldier who's ever fired a dragon or the like has said, back blast area clear. Yeah. Before farting. Yeah.
Well, it would be clear after fighting too. So
Lucky enough to live in Philly and drive to New York City and Boston a lot. I haven't been to Olive Garden in maybe 15 years. Then they surely got lots of gabagools. Gabagool. There was a German restaurant in Potsdam which had a chicken dish with a sauce that had grapes in it. It was one of the best dishes I've ever eaten. Interesting. I used to go to one here in town, but eventually it shut down, owned by a mom and pop called Sieg Heil's.
Ugh.
No, it wasn't. I forget the name of the restaurant. It was on the south side of town, and it was really fucking good. It's right next to where the skate rink is and where Zoe's grandmother's storage facility. She had a storage facility she ran there, right next door to where this restaurant used to be. And what happened was the father died, and the mother didn't want to do the restaurant anymore, and it just closed. The family wanted to keep it going, but she was done.
Well, you say the family wanted to keep it going, but nobody wanted to take it over. That's how they die. No one wants to do the work.
Yep.
Now we've got another local chain called Notini's that somebody bought, but it was never any good. I mean, the only thing it was known for was their sweet tea that they make.
Yeah.
People will come in there just to buy gallons of that shit. But my God, the spaghetti sauce was just basically tomato sauce straight out of the can. Thin, just yuck. What the fuck? No meat. Just wow. What are you doing? But that Monjuni's place, it started off as an Italian grocery on Louisiana Avenue. And wow, they put a few tables in there and they had to expand. And now they've got 2 or 3 of them around town. And they're awesome. It's like somebody's Italian grandmother is in the kitchen cooking everything, you know?
That sounds good.
Oh, yeah, it is. Believe me. I think Rhonda always gets the tomato basil toast, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure, but she loves that stuff. And I always get their lasagna. Their lasagna's the best.
Yeah, here it is. I found it. Rosati's is the restaurant. I had it right.
Okay.
Rosati's was started by 4 Italian brothers in 1964. And a lot of people don't know this, that like all of the pizza in Chicago that became so famous was made by one woman from New Orleans.
Ah!
A black woman. She was their secret ingredient. All the restaurants hired her as their chef. And she would, and so like they were trying to say which was the best in town. They were all made by the same woman, designed by the same woman. So
imagine that somebody from New Orleans knowing how to cook. Wow.
I know, right? And so Chicago, is very famous for its pizza, but it was actually a little black woman from New Orleans that made that pizza famous. And if you watch the History of Food show, it did a whole show about her and Chicago Italian food. And I've had a lot of Chicago Italian food up there in Chi-Town. And it's some of the best Italian food you'll ever have, man. In fact, the first time I ever had a fried ravioli was at an Italian restaurant up there. It wasn't Rosati's. It was right next to Union Station, catty corner to Union Station. There was this little Italian restaurant, eatery that's been there for like 45, 50 years, when I was there. Because like I think it was like the late 40s, early 50s when that restaurant started. And my God, that was a good.
Hang on, you got to get the hand going with that. You got
it's a good.
Yeah, come on. I'm looking for the name of this.
I never saw an Italian. The only Italian I really, really knew that was from Italy was a nun, and that bitch fucking swung at me so much. I mean, my God, she hit me. She would whack the shit out of me and yell at me. And Anima, you remember what I told you she would say to me.
Yeah.
I don't say it right. You say it.
Escuche, testadura.
Yeah.
That means listen, knucklehead.
Knucklehead or bonehead.
There you go. There you
Well,
go.
hardhead literally translated, but
Yeah.
in English you would use knucklehead or something like that.
Honor guard is one of the things I always fucking wanted to do in the military that I felt robbed of doing. And I got so angry because my late ex-wife got to do it and she didn't want to do it.
She didn't care, yeah.
Did military funerals up and down the west coast of the United States my last 3 months in the military. That's all I did. 2 and 3 times a day.
Every salute in this movie was good. I didn't see one bad salute delivered in this film. Not one. That's one good thing I can say about this movie.
Well, the action is also good. It's just they are so rowdy and misbehaving and not following orders. It's stupid. And none of them is wearing helmets ever.
Their CQB and CQC training in execution is not good. They preach in a way that makes no sense.
Well, yeah.
Their cornering is terrible. You've seen good cornering.
Yeah.
I showed you good cornering. This is how you turn a corner. And when you turn a corner, the first thing you're fucking doing is you take that fucking butt of your weapon and put it under your armpit.
Yep.
When you corner, and you go to the corner that way, and then bring it back up.
Having watched SEAL Team, it really annoyed me how they depict SEALs in this movie. Like, where's the discipline? How do you not follow orders? That was stupid. Like you said, cowboy movie.
Yeah. It is a cowboy movie, no doubt.
By the way, Gambit, with your love for films, I was going to recommend this for everybody. Watch the movie Night of the Generals. It stars Peter O'Toole, Omar Sharif, with he played Dr. Loomis, English actor.
Donald Pleasance.
Donald Pleasance is in it too. Really good fucking movie that was inspired by a true story. A serial killer German officer, general. And this is one of my favorite films. Omar Sharif plays a regional police detective, quasi-military, because that's what they did, the fucking Nazis. And you had to swear allegiance, and you basically walked around in a military uniform as a cop. And he's the detective working on it. And when he gets onto something, there's a huge conspiracy, attempt to murder him, to keep the secret of who this serial killer is. And it's a very good fucking movie. And Peter O'Toole, man, he's one of those actors that I tell people all the time, even when it's a bad movie, he will deliver an amazing performance in it. And so technically, there's no such thing as a bad movie with Peter O'Toole if he's a star of the movie, because it's still worth watching. But this is one of those movies where, oh my God, he gets to play a character that chews a little bit of the scenery as this, general at odds with this investigator. I remember Potsdam, yeah. So highly recommend it, guys. If you've never seen it, because I do want to do it this year, is Night of the Generals. I fucking love that movie.
Okay.
I own a full, it's a 2K version that I have. I don't know if they ever put out a 4K of it. My eldest brother did the flag handoff. It made me, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, yeah. I tell you, when you're doing those things 2 and 3 times a day, it got easier as it went on, but it never is something that you really get used to, because it's just, there's nothing but crying people around because it's somebody that they love. It's if you're an empathetic person, I would not recommend that job at all. You know what I mean?
The Cassell side of my family had my brother Michael's father's flag, and they gave it to me to give to him. I unfolded it and took it to my brother Michael, and together we refolded it, and I presented it to him.
That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure they did a good job when they did it. I mean, you know, as long as there's no white showing, you're good. That's what, when you see them at one point in the ceremony, there's one guy holding the flag and another soldier, and it's usually the guy that hands it over. It's usually the commander of the detail checks the flag to make sure there's no white showing. You know what I'm talking about?
Just makes any corrections or adjustments needed.
Fixes it, and then he takes the flag
and presents it to the mother, wife, daughter.
Yeah. So I can see you refolding it. You know, they try to get it right, but sometimes they get it wrong.
Well, I refolded because my brother would want to refold it. I knew he would. And so we did it together.
Very cool.
It's the only military thing we ever really did together, because we both served at the same time, my brother and I.
Didn't you say your brother was,
he was
an
a
MP?
Military prick.
Yeah, that's right. He was a prick just like me.
He was a military prick.
Yep. By the way, Tom Baker over there. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I remember when he had to go do a weekend warrior thing in the reserves, and he came home. I said, "So who'd you rouse this weekend, Mike?"
Man,
I'll have you know, we just got drunk. That's all we did.
I was fixing to say, if he's going on a weekend, he's not doing any police work. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do any.
Tom Baker over here in Rumble said, why not have a Fred Ward movie week starting with Remo Williams' The Adventure Begins? I guarantee you Gary would do that. He loves Fred Ward. So,
yeah, I've talked about it. In fact, just watched a movie with him that I had never seen before. And it's called UFOria.
Really?
Where he plays a character who kind of sings like Waylon Jennings. And it really caught me off guard. And I have a 4K copy of it. Now, this isn't professionally done 4K by a studio. This is 4K done by a master print by a fan. And it is really a good copy of this movie. And I was so grateful for Mark Center. Mark Center really hooks me up sometimes with obscure fucking movies that he knows I'm going to fucking like.
Wow, what a
He'll
cast,
throw in a
man.
bunch of links. He, all the popular, because he loves to send me horror films, slasher films. Like he sent me a 4K copy of a horror film from the 80s called Street Trash. And I watched it and I deleted it.
Yeah.
I was like, I will never watch that again.
Yeah. That's got a good cast, man. I was in love with Cindy Williams ever since American Graffiti, dude.
Cindy Williams is the second main character in the movie. Who didn't
Harry
have a
Dean
crush
Stanton?
on her?
Yeah, that's got a good cast.
Cindy Williams was that girl next door look to her.
Yep. She was the cute one on Laverne and Shirley.
Yep. Hey, what wasn't neglected under communists? I mean, come on. Everything is fucking treated badly by the communists.
I just looked up Fred Ward, and his birthday is in December, so this has to wait a while.
Yeah.
December this year is already planned. So maybe next year.
Well, let me go look see. Let me go have a look see. Can I do a look see? Am I allowed to do a look see?
I believe it's your channel. You can do whatever the hell you want, sir.
Oh man, is it? Oh
Yep.
man, I guess I'll fucking go have a look see.
Have a look see.
We can't switch out anyone in December, Gary. No.
Anima's putting her foot down. No, you can't, bro. You can't do it.
Brendan Fraser, Sam Jackson, Sam Peckinpah, and Val Kilmer. No.
Okay, I will tell you now. I love Sam Peckinpah, and I'm friends with his, executive assistant, Katie, and I would not mind doing that with Fred Ward. I would not mind, because that's not Sam's birthday. That's his death day.
Yeah,
is in
but
December.
we still want to do him.
So let's push him. I'm going to totally do Sam Peckinpah. I'm going to do him good.
Another backdoor reference, or are you catching in this situation, sir?
What is his birthday, baby? Sam Peckinpah's.
Hold on. February.
That's only a few weeks to wait. So we'll do him in February. And yes, I'm one of those fucking people that actually enunciates February, not February. It's February. I'm weird.
He doesn't forget the R, the extra R. Yes.
You know what's weird? The German version of this. Because you can either say Februar or you say Faber. And I hate the second one.
Yeah. Gambit, you are so welcome, and you are going to thank me for that. You're going to like that fucking movie. It is such a good fucking film. It's one of those hidden gems that people have forgotten about. And you'll run into those, like Murphy's War.
Murphy's War is a good one.
And oh my God, Peter O'Toole again, killing it in that movie. And killing it. He's killing. He is from a crew. Was it a ship or a sub? I can't remember. And his crew is wiped out by this German U-boat. And so he has a private vendetta with these motherfuckers. And the people on the island who are nursing him back to health are trying to convince him to let it go. And the whole film is about that. The inability to let go of hate. Great fucking movie. Murphy's War. Whenever the day comes, if my parents request a military funeral for my father, might break me seeing my mom cry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I as I've gotten older, shut the fuck up.
Right?
I know. Nothing I can do.
Real quick,
I'm sorry.
Murphy's War. He was on a naval ship that was attacked by a German U-boat. That's who he wants revenge on. Is the sub? Yeah.
It's the sub crew. He wants them dead.
Yeah.
And so he begins to work on this plane in order to dive bomb it. And it's a movie to watch. Another great film. What was the name of that? Hold on. Oh my God, I forgot the name of this film. And I don't want to say who's in it because then you guys will look it up. Oh my God.
What's it about, Gary? Throw us a bone.
Yeah, just give her some fucking cat weed. Knock her the fuck out.
It's called nip, buddy.
Okay.
Catnip. Yeah.
Lee Marvin, Roger Moore in the 1976 British war adventure, Shout at the Devil.
Shout at the Devil?
I fucking love that movie. Roger Moore and Lee Marvin, like just two actors I never saw doing a movie together. Both of them military veterans, combat veterans. Roger Moore, not a fan of guns because of the war. But it is a very good film, Shout at the Devil. And it takes place during World War I, as I remember. It's not a World War II movie. It's a World War I movie. And I really did. I liked that fucking movie. And one of the reasons why is their comedic timing together, because both of them are very funny actors when they want to be.
Yeah,
and the way they play off each other in that movie is so much fun.
Lee Marvin looks like his character in Paint Your Wagon with the mustache.
Well, it's Paint Your Wagon came out in what, 71?
Yeah, this is 5 years later. This is 76.
I'm looking it up right now. 1969. It was right there in that window, 69 to 71. It was that 3-year window where you got weird shit like that. That's a movie that to this day, I'm like, how did they get that movie made? A fucking Western musical starring Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood in a musical. Yes, boys and girls. Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, it's like, come on. Just what the fuck?
And actually, Lee Marvin wasn't bad in it. I mean, he wasn't really singing.
Neither of them are bad in it. It's
no,
the movie. Yeah, it's talking in rhythm. It's 67 World War II type film starring Peter O'Toole, Omar Sharif. I think he is in it on it. Wait, which one are you talking about? Night of the Generals. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I know who's in it.
I find it interesting right here on the poster for Shout at the Devil. It says, an epic so vast, it took 2 years to create and a whole continent to contain. Wow. That's pretty wild for a poster.
Look, any score by Maurice Jarre is good. And of course, he was the late father of Jean-Michel Jarre, who is obviously alive even today. Oh, look at Charlie Sheen, man, at this moment. I don't know which moment you were talking about, buddy. I missed it. Oh, yeah, the scene where he cries in the movie. No, Delta Force 86. Boy, Lee Marvin looked like crap in that movie.
Delta Force, yeah.
I love the movie Remo Williams.
Yeah, but compared to the source material, it's candy ass.
Oh yeah, they PG'd it up. They PG'd it up.
Yeah, definitely did.
No.
Because he fucks some women.
The Destroyer he's basically James Bond R-rated. Yeah.
Is he a destroyer because of his combat, or is he a destroyer because he fucked a lot?
Right. He was smashing a lot.
A lot. Like James Bond had nothing.
My dad showed me
Remo Williams.
Showed me a page of that and had me read it one time where he's sitting across from a guy and he just real quick like plucks the guy's eye out and drops it in his drink. I was like, holy
ew.
Shit.
I was at dinner the other night with Ultra Rob and Sean and two, they're my brothers. Mm-hmm. And Sean had come down from Chicago and wanted us to get together for dinner. Zoe didn't show up and Mac didn't show up and upset everybody, but we're grown-ass adults, so we got by. Had a good time. And during the dinner, we were talking about something, and I had this memory of something that happened because we were talking about having to deal with somebody who's being problematic, and you got to deal physically with them. I said, oh boy, I had a guy on fucking fire guard duty one night and giving me shit. And I looked at him and I said, despite everything you just said, I am still here and I'm in the barracks as I'm supposed to be. And I never left the billets. And a billet is a building that is a stack of barracks that usually makes a T shape. And it's like 3, 3, 3, and they're all just really long bays. Okay. And I was on another level. I wasn't supposed to be. And I was there meeting a woman. And then I came back to the door and I came in because I've got the key. And he says, you're not allowed in the barracks. I said, and yet I'm already here. He says, but you have to leave. I went, I'm not. And he's getting real fucking pissy with me. And I'm just looking at him. I said, well, I'll tell you what. If you don't get out of my way, I'm going to poke you very hard in your eye. And he didn't believe me. He says, I'm not moving. And I just real gently, quickly but gently thumbed him. Just like this. Bam. Like that.
Ew.
Thumbed him in the fucking eye and it squished under my finger a little bit. So I knew I got him good.
Yeah.
He fell to the ground and cried like a fucking baby.
Yeah.
And I said, when you collect yourself, report me or don't ever fucking bother me again.
Yeah.
And I went to my fucking private room because I was in the bay, you have a private leader room.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the hallway is the NCO room where the sergeants were. and I was one of the squad leaders, and we had four squads in a platoon, and so we slept in there. We had our own bunks, old lockers, private, and it was nice, man. I liked living that way. Never heard another fucking word. No CQ coming to talk to me. You know, what were you doing outside the barracks after lights out? You know, nobody, nothing happened. That guy never said another fucking word to me again. Good or bad. He never spoke to me again, which I was happy with.
He learned his lesson. He did not like that guy. And he found out.
He fucked around and found out. I don't even know what that fucking means, Tim.
Salad days, early days, salad days.
Your poor
times.
days. Gotcha.
The good times. Yeah,
gotcha.
The salad days.
Look, I even love his last film. You know, we've done it already. Was Osterman Weekend. I like that movie. Anima didn't get into it. I still have a love for that. One, Rutger Hauer. Two, I just forgot his name.
I usually love Rutger Hauer, but that movie just bored the
Coach.
shit out of me.
The actor who played Coach is in it. I fucking love that guy. One of my favorite actors of all time, Craig
T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson, thank you.
We just did that in the last couple of months.
Yeah, we did a whole week for him.
Who praises American film director Sam. Oh, are you talking about the Monty Python Sam Peckinpah skit for Upstairs Downstairs? Sam Peckinpah's Upstairs Downstairs. And, like that skit gave me fucking nightmares as a child. But I kept coming back. I showed it to Anima. I showed it on YouTube. They had it on YouTube. I showed it to her. I said, I saw that as a small child, and it scared the shit out of me. It gave me nightmares, but I kept watching. There's always one of these assholes on a roof, the fucking RPG. Always.
Yeah, of course there are.
One of these fucking
they live up there.
Cocksuckers. Fucking like a ducka.
I've got one in the opening issue of the Privateer you're going to see.
I swear to God, man.
They're everywhere. They're like cockroaches.
One of the cheapest weapons ever made outside the AK-47.
Yep.
And God damn it. Well, that, and I would say the grease gun too. Grease gun, it cost $20 to make. It's one of the cheapest guns ever made.
Yeah,
and it's amazingly good. Yep. That thing is such a good weapon. Now, I like this chase scene, and it's been echoed in other movies. This same chase scene. You'll see it in other movies. And but I did like this chase scene. Trying to get away from these fucking bad guys. In fact, another movie called Delta Force has a chase scene like it. I'm muting you, baby. I am so sorry. That is so fucking loud.
It is driving him nuts. I can tell.
It's like I'm competing. I'm competing to be heard. That's a weird looking APC, because like APCs like that, normally you would see those back wheels were actually treads, that style. But it's still pretty cool chase scene. I like the action in this scene. I read linguistics doctoral thesis once on the elision of transposition of R between certain letter combinations, as in February and Ira. That was a word that came to a conversation with Anima and me over the weekend, because as an American, I pronounce it I earn.
Yeah, I was fixing to say I-URN
and I've tried to pronounce it correctly, and it does not flow very well, and I just stopped trying.
Yeah,
but February is actually easy. Iron is hard. Iron.
Yeah, iron.
To me, that's sort of like, I don't know, over enunciating some words. Like I have a friend that says sword.
Yeah. What is that? It's sword. W silent. Some words, the letter's silent. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't say psychiatrist. I mean, you don't say that. Yeah. You were talking about the Sam Peckinpah send up by Monty Python. I'll tell you who does a good one. And he's got a bit in his early comic stand-ups, and that's Tim Thomerson.
Tim Thomerson did the
he does a send up of
Peckinpah.
Yes, and it's awesome.
He does the sound effects into the
right, like that guy in Police Academy. He's really good at it. Yeah.
Tim Thomas, a lot of people don't know, was a fucking stand-up comic first.
Yes.
And I knew him as a comedian. Like I watched him on Late Night at the Improv one night, and I thought he was fucking hilarious doing that.
Me too. Yeah, he's great. Yeah. I always thought he should have had a bigger movie career. Really did, but you know.
Well, he went down known best for one character.
Yeah.
Remember what it is?
Isn't it Lancers? Isn't that the name of it? He's
Trancers.
Trancers, yeah.
Yes,
it's like a Blade Runner cheap version. Yeah.
Knockoff, which is actually pretty good.
It is, but it's definitely a Roger Corman level production. Yeah.
He's also known as Doll Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Genghis, how are you doing? Good to see you, man.
But
Lee Marvin is a badass motherfucker. There's a favorite story of mine that was told about him when he was at an airport. I think it was LAX. And this brigadier general, it's the general. I'm trying to remember. He had the scrambled eggs on the brim of his hat. That's all I remember. I can't remember what rank has that. And fucking officer is like really caught off guard seeing Lee Marvin. And so he sends his adjutant over to speak to him and says, "Sir, the officer would really like to come over and say hello to you." And Lee was just sitting there with a hat down, he was not wearing anything. He was sitting there with his head down, kind of trying to take a nap. And so this officer walks over to him to speak to him. He says, I'm such a huge fan. And Lee sees his hat, which he's not wearing. It's under his arm. And he grabs it from under his arm. And he says, "Man, I haven't had breakfast this morning." And he just starts pretend gnawing on the brim of the hat because of the scrambled eggs on it. He's like, and then he sits back and he doesn't say another word, and he puts the hat on and pulls it down over his nose and starts to go back to sleep. And this officer was so befuddled by what happened, in a panic, he just turned and walked away. He didn't know how to react. About 10 minutes to 15 minutes later, before they had to board their plane, the adjutant, oh, I fucking hate that word. Anyway, walked over.
Adjutant general.
Adjutant.
Yeah.
No, it's his assistant.
Adjutant. Yeah.
And he comes back over, "Sir, the officer will not come over and bug you, but he asked me to please come over there and beg you for his hat back." And Lee just handed it to him. And why did he do that? Because he doesn't like officers.
Yeah.
He never liked officers. It was disdain. He did not like officers. He was a grunt. So
yeah,
this is a cool scene. This whole fight scene, dude, is great, by the way. Like when he throws that fucking grenade, like shooting a basketball,
right?
Toss that grenade into the boat, and it's like, oh shit, well, get the fuck away, because you don't want to be underwater close to that.
No.
You
definitely don't, because you'll lose your hearing. First of all, it'll be gone.
It could also scramble your brain.
Right. The concussion will knock you for a loop.
Like turn your brain into jelly. Yep. And people don't understand that the density of water, an explosion underwater, and you're underwater, is the worst place to be. It could
water doesn't compress, so
it could
guess
jellify
what?
Your fucking guts.
Yeah.
Your brains. Oh, it's so they show that RPG explosion. I'm like, I hope those guys are far enough away from that fucking explosion there at the end when they shut that RPG into the water. He was. All right, I'm removing this. I can't read these things when that thing's up. He was more than badass, the larger than life man. Yeah, he was. And I liked the way that he was very honest. Like, he was on Dick Cavett, and Dick Cavett says, "I hope you don't mind me asking, but where were you shot?" Now, I hear that, I would say Taipan, because that's where he was shot. But no, he knew exactly what he meant. And he says, "Well, Dick, I was shot in the ass, if that's what you were asking." Fucking Lee Marvin.
It's crazy.
He looked like he was so sick when he made that movie. I saw that movie and I get a little weepy watching it because of how bad he looks at times, and pretty much throughout the whole movie. And it helps keep attention. Like if the scene is not connecting to someone, they may connect to the music. Absolutely, Genghis. Absolutely. So was Charles Bronson. He was also a badass. You know, he's gotten a lot of fucking beef of people trying to say he was a stolen valor guy. And he did not pay them any attention. These people. He knew the truth of what he'd been through. And he was on a fucking bomber. And I do believe he was a waist gunner.
What? No, thank you.
Waist gunners on a fucking bomber. I don't care if it's the 25, the 24, or the 17. Is a scary fucking job.
The only one worse is the tail
when
gunner. Yeah.
Because when the planes are coming in to attack, either from above or from below, they aim right at the fucking middle of that fucking plane.
Dead center of the plane. Yep.
And that's where those guys are, those fucking mounted 50s. Fuck off. Yeah, Clark Gable had an experience as a waist gunner and got his fill in one fucking battle. Got his fill. He got his Distinguished Service Cross. He got his, I'm not sure if he got it with Valor, the award he got, but he absolutely saw some shit, at least in one battle. He could nail your ass. Oh, man, he was a bayonet throwing motherfucker. His first sergeant in an interview before he died said his last memory before heading to Japan of Lee Marvin was them camped out waiting to ship out the next day. And it's like bivouac where everybody's got their shelter halves up with each other, your little battle buddy. And he's in between them, and there's this tree sitting there, and he's practicing throwing his fucking bayonet at the tree.
Wow.
So he's practicing his stabbing.
His throw stabbing.
Yeah. And
he apparently was very good. No, I don't mean you guys. I mean the rhetorical sense. Oh, no, don't worry, dude. With that said, about musical scores in films in a violent nature, 2024 comes to mind in regards to films not having traditional musical scores. I actually like ironic use of music in films. And the single greatest use of that in a movie was by John Landis when he made American Werewolf in London. He has 3 versions of the same song, Blue Moon, and ends the movie as David is laying there dead. Transition from werewolf to fucking human, laying there naked, dead, with Ginny Gutter, the nurse, crying over his body, and all those cops walking up the alleyway towards him. And what do they end on? Ba, 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 ba. And it starts going into Blue Moon, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Well, you know what? It fit, because that movie right there, I have never seen a movie where I was laughing my ass off 1 second and scared shitless the next second, man. It was a great picture. Yeah.
When he's walking around the house to the song Bad Moon.
Yeah.
No, Blue Moon. It's Blue Moon was playing. Yeah, playing. It's all the soft one. I'm not sure, that might have been Nat King Cole singing it. But it's the real pretty version.
Yeah.
And oh my fucking God. And then he starts to transition into that werewolf, and his body's overheating, and he's in so much agony, it hurts so bad. And him screaming from the pain.
Yeah.
Oh God, help me. He's begging God to help him, begging Jack to help him.
Yeah, and he says, Jack, I'm sorry I called you meatloaf.
I called you.
Right before he starts getting ripped to shreds, changing. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yep.
And that whole movie, man, because it's so emotional.
Mhm.
And it's got some really fucking terrifying moments, like when he has that werewolf nightmare about watching his family getting killed by werewolf Nazis, being made to watch it, and then they cut his throat. The last one, which was, I think that is Rick Baker. I think that's Rick Baker that did the knife. If I
Really?
remember correctly. Yeah, I think Rick Baker played the Nazi werewolf that cuts his throat with the German bayonet. And I think that's probably one of the greatest werewolf. I consider it the greatest werewolf movie ever made.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
it's definitely the greatest transformation ever caught on film. I mean, you know.
Same year, there was another film that Rick Baker was originally assigned to, but had to leave when Landis got financed, greenlit to do American Werewolf in London because he'd already promised him. And so he Rick Baker turned it over to his the guy he'd been training. I forgot his name. Did the thing. The guy who did the practical effects for the thing, Rob Bottin.
Okay.
And Rob Bottin took all the original drawings that Rick Baker did and did his own version of it. And it really is a fucking beautiful looking film. I love the bipedal werewolves because that's what they were going to do. And in fact, he wanted bipedal for American Werewolf, but John Landis fought Rick Baker on it. And in the end, he was glad he did because that thing is really fucking scary looking.
It's scary. It's on all fours and it's
and you
huge.
hardly see it at all. It's the shark from
They
Jaws.
did the Jaws thing, right? Yeah. They didn't let you see it until certain parts of the movie. But you must be talking about The Howling, right?
The Howling.
Yeah.
Yep. They both came out the same year. And my God, that scene of the transformation in the doctor's clinic when he has that young girl cornered.
Yeah.
It's one of the scariest things that I've ever watched in my life at that point, because it's terrifying to see someone cornered by something while it's changing into something that's going to rip her apart and making her watch slowly. That is such a brutal fucking scene.
Yep.
And but the movie gets ruined by one scene. Do you know what the scene is?
No, I understand what you're saying. It's not a movie I remember. I remember the one you're talking about where he's transforming in the hospital, but
way too many bladders. Way much. Rick Baker doesn't do the bladder thing like Bottin did. Bottin overdid it, and the pumping started to look like bladders rather than looking like his skin changing.
Right. Yeah.
It just looked like somebody pumping balloons really quickly. But the thing that ruined that movie for me, even though I still love that movie, The Howling, is the fireside fuck scene where they transition into werewolves while they're fucking.
Yeah, that's really weird. The animation was way off on that. Yeah.
And that was Dee Wallace Stone's husband at the time. They were married. And which is why her name was Dee Wallace Stone, because she was married to him. And he's fucking this witch werewolf girl, and she's the only survivor, by the way, at the end. And she's fucking him, and they're changing into werewolves during the scene, and everything looked great, even though it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And but then it got ruined, Brian, when it cuts to a long shot of the fire.
Doesn't it pan up from there too? If I remember,
animated.
Yes, they animated.
Silhouetted.
Looks really bad. It does.
Oh, it's so
it's
bad.
Cartoonish. Yeah,
it looks like a fucking cartoon thrown into the middle of the movie.
Yeah, I do remember
it took
that
me
now.
out of the movie. I got to get caught up with these things. Looking at Simpsons when Church in the Gata de Vida, baby. Yeah, supposedly released later this year. And they've never made a good sequel to The Howling. All of them are horrible. Equally horrible. The only one that's halfway watchable was the second film, thanks to Christopher Lee and Sybil Danning. Was that her name? with the
Yeah.
big tits.
I think. Hang on.
And that's the only reason why guys wanted to watch that fucking movie. She shows her tits.
Howling 2.
Yep.
You guys are so simple to please.
We are.
What
the hell's wrong with it?
I didn't like it.
American males.
I love tits, but I did not like that movie at all. And I saw it, and Christopher Lee does his best with a crappy movie.
Yeah, it's Sybil Danning. Yeah,
aircraft cap, because he called those things ridiculous, like most Brits believe all things American are, and it had the word GUV attached to it. Field grade service caps have scrambled eggs on the brim and the branch color on the band. Generals have scrambled eggs on the brim and the band. So he was a general. That's what I was because it's been years since I heard that story, and I just thought it was hilarious. And it's in the documentary about him, made by the documentary. The biographical documentary was directed by John Borman, one of Lee Marvin's best friends. They started working together in the 60s and had a bond, professional and personal bond. Some of us cannot publicly say where we have been. Yeah, you're not allowed to. Of course, I'm talking about Dangerous Days, that is based on a nightmarish production of Blade Runner. Well, actually, Blade Runner was originally titled Dangerous Days. And that's why the documentary Dangerous Days was called Dangerous Days. And by the way, there's a special thank you to me at the end of that movie in the credits, because I helped him make that. That was done by what's his name? Get that Commode, something Commode. He works for the BBC. He's a bit of a twat, but
bit of a shitter.
Well, he's a twat. Like he's your typical fucking lefty Brit, you know, big old liberal lefty Brit, and he says twat things all the time. But his ideas, his breakdowns of movies, I agree with. Like he understands cinema probably better than anybody I've ever known. That's why the making of documentary for The Exorcist is one of the greatest making of documentaries ever made. And you should, if you want to watch a good documentary about making movies, watch Commode's movie, The Making of The Exorcist.
Okay.
I remember learning when I was overseas in England. I remember learning like some of the Cockney slang, like calling somebody the John Cleese. You're the John Cleese, and it's like, what is it? Well, it means you're the head cheese. You're the boss, John Cleese. I thought, I get it, but it's weird. And the reason they do it is they use rhyming words that sound similar to the original thing or the word they actually mean. And
kind of like we do when we can't say something on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to bring back Pig Latin for that. Oh, yay.
Yeah, we've had her on, Gambit.
She's actually a personal friend of mine, Vicky.
She's great.
She is such a sweetheart. And I want to have her back on again.
Hang out with. Yes, please.
What I want to do is a Dan Aykroyd week, and I want her to come on for a couple of his films that she worked on, specifically Dragnet with Tom Hanks.
Oh my God.
She has got some great behind the scenes stories for that movie. She was awesome when we had her on for The Three Amigos. Her telling behind the scenes stories, but her Blade Runner story is one of the funniest with Harrison Ford. I love that story. Yeah, Gov is, you know, yeah, it's a it can be respectful when used a certain way, like in law enforcement. Your commanding officer is referred to as Gov, and if you have a female senior officer, it's Mum.
Yes, Mum.
Yes, Mum. And look, I grew up on British fucking crime shows and movies. Like that's the shit to me. That's why I wrote this one story that I don't know if I'll ever get it done, called Pilgrim, which if anybody knows anything about the SAS, that comes from the poem on the clock tower where they train. And it's the poem about the pilgrim. Everyone must be a pilgrim. And so I called the character Pilgrim, and it's basically the British version of like Vindicated, where this guy, but he works directly with MI6 in the story. He has direct contacts within MI6 and MI5, and he gets legal, police and intelligence from these guys. And his best mate is former British intelligence. He owns a pub, and so that's his go-to guy for weapons in the story. And that's where he gets all of his black market weapons, is from the former intelligence guy who sells them out of the back of his bar, his pub. Yeah, chef. It always cracks you up in a restaurant. And I had to do it too when I was a student chef at a French restaurant, which is still there in Fredericksburg, La Petite Auberge. And I didn't know, though, the guy that was training me was gay for me and cornered me one night. And I'm like, fuck it out of here. I don't want to hit you. I do not want to hit you. And I left because he got really physical with me. And I'm like, dude, don't swing that way. Not even The Exorcist 4 or The Exorcist 5. No, there's only 2 Exorcist films. Only 2. The Exorcist and Exorcist 3 Legion, which was the name of the book, Legion. And it's a great book. Written by William Peter Blatty, and a screenplay written by William Peter Blatty based on his book, and directed by William Peter Blatty.
Now they have several indirect sequels. Of course, the Linda Blair prison movies are What Happened to the Character.
Shut up. Shut up, Joe. Shut up. Your
Indirect
trivia for the day. Governor comes from the Latin gubernator. Actually, Anima told me about that before. She's our in-house Latin expert. Originally meaning helmsman or pilot. The Greek version was
Kybernetes.
Oh, Kybernetes.
Metis.
Metis. Why does it have the line over the E's then?
Because that's how you pronounce them.
Those
They're
are
long
hard
E's,
E's.
I think.
Yeah, but in English, when you see that, it's ETs is the way we would say that with those lines.
Not in Greek, no.
That's weird. From which we get cybernetics. That's interesting, Alpha. And now you know. Do we still have that video? I don't see it in here. It's not in here. We have a video that's like, and now you know.
We should. The more you know. We should still have that.
The more you know. It's from NBC, I think it was, with this.
Yeah.
Epsilon, Eta are different letters in Greek. Right on, Tim. Joe, shouting for Joe there. So Gary left through the back door for look. You only get one fucking back door, buddy. One breach each. It's a rule, man. Wait a minute. Are you talking gay or gate? With me, it's hard to tell. You never know. Yeah, only the 2 Exorcist films. That's it for me. Yeah, I don't want to watch any run of the mill. Yeah, because look, I have tried on 4 occasions to watch Exorcist 2, The Heretic, and I can't get 20 minutes into the movie. I have to stop it. It's so fucking bad. So there you go. So I don't like this movie, Navy SEALs, but I'm going to tell you some really cool shit. This is Titus Welliver's first movie. Bosch, the star of Bosch. He's the guy in the bar that Charlie Sheen kisses and throws to the ground for trying to fight with him. I love you, man. After he throws him down, I love you, man. That's fucking Titus Welliver. Good fucking actor. So the development of this film began in 1986 with Brenda Fagan. She was then an agent at the William Morris Agency, and she was introduced to Chuck Farrar. That guy's name reminds me so much of fucking Steve Martin's character in The Man with Two Brains. Farrar, Farrar. Anyway, it's such a weird word. You know, when you have two consonants together at the beginning of a word, it's weird. If you speak English, it's just weird. So anyway, so he was one of her clients at the time, but he was an active duty Navy SEAL, and he wrote screenplays in his spare time, and it just sold The Crook Factory, a script about Ernest Hemingway's life. So Fagan encouraged him to write a script based on his experiences after retiring from the SEALs. Farrar wrote the script, which Fagan shopped to Orion Pictures, Warner Brothers, and United Artists, hoping to create a bidding war. Orion ultimately purchased the script, with Fagan acting as producer. From what I understand, the others were kind of not interested in it at all. So there was no bidding war for this movie, period. So anyway, Fagan wanted Ridley Scott to direct the movie, and I think that probably would have ended up being a better film if he had directed it. But negotiations with him fell through, so producers met with Roger Donaldson. And Donaldson is he's an odd dude. So he's an Aussie that it was originally from New Zealand, one of those transplants. So he's both. And he did a movie back in '77 called Sleeping Dogs. It was a good movie. And he was one of the country's first films to attract large-scale critical and commercial success internationally. So he directed 17 feature films, working primarily either in Hollywood or in the United Kingdom. So he worked on a film that I like a lot called The Bounty with Mel Gibson and Anthony Hopkins, which I think is a great film. Then he did Kevin Costner's film No Way Out, which is a great fucking thriller, espionage thriller. It's really fucking good.
It is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then he did a terrible fucking movie called Cocktail with Tom Cruise and Brian Brown, and I forget the chick that's in it. But then he did a really good Cuban.
That's Elizabeth Shue. That's in
Shue. Yeah. Then he did. It's just a bad movie, though. I don't care who's in it.
Look, I bartended for 18 years. I can tell you right now, the only realistic things in that movie are the first night he bartends, where he's wringing out his socks at the end of the night and gets pissed off.
Yeah,
that's realistic. The other part that's realistic is the bartenders in the Bahamas make a shit ton of money, and that's all they do is smash. No doubt. But you don't have any married bartenders down in friggin' the Bahamas. But that part with the poem where there's 1,000 people in that nightclub and only 2 bartenders, they would be throwing shit at that man. They wouldn't even want to hear what he had to say. Get me a fucking drink is what they would be saying.
Yeah, no shut doubt. The fuck up and do your job.
That's it, and get me a drink.
So he ended up doing, this director, Roger Donaldson, directed a film that I actually think is a forgotten classic. Came out in 2000, 13 Days, about the Cuban Missile Crisis, again with Kevin Costner in it.
Nice.
And Bruce Greenwood, yeah. I think he plays John Kennedy in it. And it's a very good movie. Then he did the science fiction movie Species. Not so great, but it was enjoyable. Then he did the better of the 2 volcano films in '97, Dante's Peak, which I like, with Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton. It was a good film. And then he made the biopic about Burt Monroe, the oldest motorcycle racer in the world. And the movie is called The World's Fastest Indian. If you don't know this movie, it's got Anthony Hopkins in it, and it's really fucking good. Hopkins is so good in that. And then he did.
I've never seen it. Yeah.
And then he did the movie The Bank Job, which I consider to be one of the best acting jobs by Jason Statham. I mean, if you've never seen that movie, go watch that fucking movie. it's very fucking good. It's about the 1971 burglary of the Lloyd's Bank. It was one of the largest bank heists in world history. And I think Statham shows he's got some acting skills. But he likes working, specifically, he's worked a lot with Kevin Costner, Pierce Brosnan, Anthony Hopkins, and Michael Madsen. They're four of his favorite fucking actors to work with. And that says a lot about the guy.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, if you see that guy's name, it's probably going to be a good movie, except for Navy SEALs.
Right, except for Navy SEAls. You mentioned Bruce Greenwood. Is that was his name?
Yeah, Bruce Greenwood plays Kennedy, John Kennedy.
Right. That guy is such a good actor, man. He was it the second National Treasure where he played the president? And no matter how you feel about the Kelvin timeline of Star Trek, he was a great Pike, I thought. And I'm
going to tell you what, the star of that movie is not Nick Cage. It's fucking Ed Harris.
Yeah, Ed Harris is awesome in that movie. Yeah.
He is why National Treasure is such a great fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
But so anyway, Donaldson was very interested in directing the film. And he was also a pick by Mike Medavoy, who was at that point the head of Orion Pictures. But he didn't like the script. And so Fagan wrote that the meeting with Donaldson was a wasted time. And in comes Richard Marquand, who is, in my opinion, one of the worst filmmakers in Hollywood history. You might know that name from Return of the Jedi. And there's a reason, by the way. Keith and I went into detail why George Lucas hired him. Because he could control him. And he knew he was sick, too, while he was making Return of the Jedi. So Marquand was then hired as director for the film, but his death in 1987 stopped pre-production, and Lewis Teague was brought in at last minute. And like I said, he was sick when he did Return of the Jedi back in 82. And he'd been sick through the 80s. And basically he was dying. And I can't remember what he was sick from. It could have been cancer. I'm not sure. But this is one of those dirty things about George Lucas that when you talk about it, shows the side of George Lucas that I don't like. That is why he hired Marquand. Because he didn't like having his mentor take over Empire Strikes Back with a deal that said that he couldn't interfere, that this was his movie. And so he was going to have that with Return of the Jedi. And so Return of the Jedi is all fucked up because George Lucas had to get his hands all in it. He turned it from a really good spaghetti dish to a fucking goulash. Don't get me wrong, goulash can be good.
I like that goulash.
So Marquand died, and so Teague was brought in as a replacement. Fagan says Teague had been originally recommended by Michael Douglas, who had worked with Teague on the Jewel of the Nile, which is not a very good film. She later wrote, quote, "He neglected to add that Lewis had come on board that movie as they were about to shoot and that he had done whatever Michael told him to do." End quote. So after Marquand's death, Teague was also coincidentally proposed as a replacement director by Medavoy, who had been developing another project with Teague that did not go ahead. Fagan watched the movie Jewel of the Nile and Alligator, which I got to tell you, I like the movie Alligator. That is a Roger Corman classic, man. What a great Robert Forster is in that movie. It's one of my favorite films with Robert Forster. So they agreed to hire Teague as a director, but she wrote later about it saying he seemed innocuous, not too bright, but eager to make Navy SEALs, as it was still titled at that time, singular, Navy SEAL. What was odd about even our first conversation was that whenever I said anything, there would be a long silence before Lewis would reply. And he had a quizzical look on his face as though he didn't quite understand what I was saying. I get this image in my head of like a golden retriever going, huh? Huh?
Yeah.
What? When I spoke with Medavoy the next day, I couldn't articulate any problems I had with Lewis. His movies were okay, and Michael Douglas, he said he would be good for my movie. So that was it. So several screenwriters were brought on to do rewrites. Gary Goldman wrote a new draft with Farrar, taking influence from the 1961 film Guns of Navarone and the 1982 film An Officer and a Gentleman. Teague disliked the script a lot. Fagan wrote it in his memoir, quote, "Directors are usually egomaniacs who always want their own script to be the one that they shoot. What Teague wanted was for the SEALs to have to get Stinger missiles out of the control of Arab terrorists who are planning to blow up a plane load of innocent civilians." Now, he says that with disdain. And I'm telling you, at that point in time, that was a serious fucking concern.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Why not have that in there? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so Kevin Jarre was approached to do a rewrite for Teague, but initially declined due to the 88 writer's strike. But once the strike ended in August of 88, Jarre turned in his draft and it was considered stronger, but the producers had concerns about the script, mainly a line of dialogue that was deemed sexist. The script was also gratuitously violent and lacking in character depth. Fagan wrote, quote, "Everyone except Lewis had pretty much the same overall reaction to the script. It was exciting, but we wanted to know more about the characters. Lewis seemed unable to understand this criticism, saying that he disagreed, but could not explain his reasoning why he disagreed." And that's somebody who's not a writer. So Angelo Pizzo was then brought on to flesh out and develop the main characters. According to Pizzo, he worked on a script for 2 solid months, writing several drafts, going to the training grounds where the Navy SEALs were being trained, the actors were being trained, and going on location scouts with Teague in Spain and Israel, as well as meeting with the main cast. So rewrites continued well into production with uncredited script doctoring and even actors, Charlie Sheen and Michael Biehn, doing rewrites of their own scenes. Quote, "The more involved we got, the worse we realized the script really was," said Sheen later. Ultimately, only Farrar and Goldman received credit in the final film for the screenplay. The actors underwent 2 weeks training course in Northern Virginia, taking part in field maneuvers and weapons training. 8 former Navy SEALs were hired as technical advisors on the film for the actors to occasionally help perform stunts or do the stunts themselves. Fagan's relationship with Teague broke down during pre-production and never recovered. He refused to let her on location. That's some shit, man.
Yeah.
When a director does that. So filming principal photography began in 18th of September of 89 in Virginia Beach near the naval station in Norfolk, which I spent a lot of time around. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Norfolk. It's just a great area.
My dad lives in Newport News. It is a great area. Yeah.
Yeah, Newport News. Spent some time there, man. I loved the coastal Virginia, man. I'm just telling you. Colonial Beach was my second favorite spot to go for crabs. Because I'm telling you, the crabbing in Virginia is so fucking good. You go in and for like $20, 12 back when I was a kid in the 70s, but by the 80s, it was about $20 for a bushel of crab. And they would just put the bushel on the table or next to it. And you had a big picnic bench in these restaurants. And they gave you a nutcracker or a mallet. And you put on a giant fucking bib and you went to town on those fucking crabs and ate the shit out of them. So anyway, that's my fondest memories of Virginia. Yes. In November of 89, filming moved to southern Spain, utilizing the Mediterranean ports of Tarifa, Cadiz, and Cartagena. The Spanish Navy provided submarines, battleships, and helicopters, whereas the Spanish Army provided the tanks, APCs, and background actors. Chosen because of the Moorish revival architecture. Cartagena's old inner city stood in for the war-torn Beirut, Lebanon. Teague used up to 7 camera crews filming simultaneously in several action scenes. That's fucking tough. So if you've got 7 going at a time, crews, that means you have 7 fucking unit directors.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, you better have some good assistant directors. Yeah.
Yeah, they're unit directors. Their job is 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th on up. Lewis Teague said, quote, "There's a lot of comparison to military movies like Top Gun, but this one has a harder edge," end quote. Fuck you, Teague. You are a dipshit. Anyway, Fagan wrote, quote, "Lewis was insisted on a director of photography of his choosing, and the scenes were dull and lifeless," end quote. She claims Orion wanted to replace Teague, but instead the studio wound up replacing the DP with John Alonzo. She claims, quote, "It sounded as though the cast and crew were about to mutiny. At one point, I heard that Lewis had lost total control of the film. Lewis was largely being ignored. People were doing their jobs without any of his direction," end quote. During previews, Fagan says she and Orion executives saw a new ending that had been devised by Teague for the first time. Quote, "And we're all shocked by it. Honoring the main Arab terrorist, thousands of Arabs chanting anti-American bullshit at his corpse was carried on a platform raised above their heads through the streets of Beirut. We couldn't figure out what Lewis's political message was, nor did we care. It was an almost unanimous decision. Lewis was only dissenting vote. Everyone was against him. That scene was out. And one of the other 3 possible endings that were shot would eventually be substituted."
Sure, this isn't Apocalypse Now?
Oh my God, this is a nutty fucking film, which explains why it's so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, Navy SEALs was released in theaters on July 20th of 1990. I was in the middle of fucking training. I was in basic.
I was already out.
I was 2 weeks into basic training. Almost 3. Anyway, the film was not a box office success, debuting at number 4 and grossing $6.5 million. The first week eventually grossing $25 million domestically, just barely above its reported budget of $21 million. Critical response. The film received negative reviews from critics. At the review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds a 15% rotten rating based on 39 critics. And let me tell you something, I think it holds about a 39 with audiences. It's not a good score. And some reviews have been more positive. AllMovie notes that the quote, "The viewers seeking rapidly paced action sequence will not be disappointed." The film received 3 out of 4 stars on UK Virgin Television. The film was more successful on home video, and that's where it eventually made its money back. In 2024, boutique movie label Vinegar Syndrome released a fully restored Ultra HD Blu-ray featuring an all-new 4K scan of the original 35mm print and negative, not the print, the negative. And it also features a brand new commentary track by film historians Jim Hemphill and Kelly Goodner. Michael Biehn expressed his disdain of the film in a 2012 interview. He and Charlie Sheen just did a fucking show, a podcast together, talking about it, having a big fucking laugh at the movie's expense. But anyway, he said in 2012, "We wanted to make a really good movie, and it really turned out kind of a mishmash and not a very good movie at all. So it's really kind of, it's probably the worst experience of my life working on a movie. The script could have been shaped to be much better, and you just hate to see all that talent and passion go to waste," end quote. And what I have to add to that is worst fucking movie driving in the world, Michael Biehn. That's what I have to say about that.
I got your Rotten Tomato scores there if you want to put them up.
Yeah, hold on. Let me read this last thing, then we'll put it up. The film is lampooned in Clerks when the character Randall complains about video store customers who, quote, "always pick the most intellectually devoid movies on the racks," end quote. And one is shown reacting excitedly to a tape, Navy SEALs. There you go. So let's see. What do you got here? Let's see. What is this? Yeah, 42. Because I thought it was around 39%. So yeah,
you're
right
close.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Critics, 15.
People.
Look, it's not a good movie.
No.
It's the worst CQB I have ever seen executed in a movie by people who had technical experts on the set. Yeah.
I need to go. So
Yeah, we are way over.
See you later.
Hey,
bye.
I'm doing my job.
He's doing his thing.
See you, Martin.
See you, Martin.
Bye.
Bye.
So I got it all done. Now you know all kinds of crazy shit about this movie and why the movie is as bad as it is.
And now you know the rest of the story. Yes.
Yeah. And once again, if I could create a Mandela effect, it would be a different version of Navy SEALs with somebody better than Charlie Sheen in it.
The character would still be annoying.
No, he would be better played. I would get Tom Cruise to play the character.
Yeah, but the character is annoying. Not obeying
orders. Tom Cruise brings some weight to his filmmaking. Well, what would have ended up happening is if Tom Cruise is in this, Michael Biehn would have been pushed to the Charlie Sheen character. And Michael Biehn would have done a better job with that character, showing his issues better. And Tom Cruise would have been the hero, the main character who gets wounded and has to be saved by the loser fuck up on his team. So there you go. So
and there it is.
If I could go back in time, that's what I would do for you.
If he could pull a Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool, that's what
I'm just telling you. I believe that joke got me the job with Warriors Inc. Telling that joke right to Dale Dye's face. That
over dinner at his house.
I would take out Charlie Sheen before he did Navy SEALs. I wouldn't do that, but it's funny.
Well, first of all, he's not believable as a soldier at all.
Oh, he's terrible. He's good in Platoon.
Yeah,
because he plays a fuck up in that one too, who just eventually falls in with the right crowd, and so he fits in with that crowd, the fucking potheads.
Yeah.
What I don't like about that movie is Oliver Stone showed his biases with the fact that the beer drinking, whiskey drinking crowd were all the fucking redneck, red, white, and blue assholes in the movie, including Kevin Dillon. God, I fucking was so happy when his character got smoked. God, I can't stand Kevin Dillon, dude.
Well, dude, he only got in the movies because of his brother. I mean, come on.
Matt is gifted.
Yes,
he's
he
a
is.
good fucking
Very
actor.
gifted. Yep.
Kevin Dillon is just an annoying fucking punk. And he's just fucking annoying, and everything, that upturned fucking nose is his. Like, he looks like a fucking part pig. He's so weird looking to me.
The only thing I tell you, Platoon is a good movie, but he put every cliche about that war, every negative cliche about that war in it. Was
okay.
Yeah.
In a conversation online with Superior Baldwin, he said, "Let me explain this to you. Full Metal Jacket was anti-war, pro-soldier.
Yes. Yes.
Platoon was anti-soldier."
Yeah, it was.
And I stopped and I went, "You are so right.
It's true."
And that's why I've wanted to interview him. And he left X.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, he doesn't do social at all. The Salty Nerds had him, but only on the phone.
Can you blame him though?
On the phone.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't do streaming or anything, just phone.
Outspoken conservative in Hollywood, you know? So he had to leave because they were blacklisting him. The audience will decide if the movie is good, bad, or indifferent, not the critics. I'll tell you what, Zach Levi needs to fucking invite him into shit that he's doing over at Angel Studios. Superior Baldwin should be working at Angel Studios.
Yeah.
He belongs there. Except for this new Animal Farm movie.
I was fixing to say, they've taken a hit with that. Yeah, they have.
Look, they worked with a guy who's a shithead, Seth Rogen. So
we talked about him at the beginning, didn't we? I mean, he's a bong smoking dude. So yeah, everything he's going to be doing is just.
And I don't know why people like his laugh. I can't stand the sound of his fucking laugh.
I've only liked a few of his movies, man. So
I hear him laugh, and I immediately want to do percussion therapy on his back. Those of you who know anything about the medical field, this is percussion therapy. You do a cup.
Boom.
And you get that phlegm loose, man.
Yeah, get the phlegm loose.
Wrong with you,
dude. That's got to be what you're talking about. Yeah,
gotta clear those lungs up, bitch. What the fuck's wrong with your laugh?
Yeah.
He seconds that. Okay. All right, guys, we're done here. Let's get out of here. I said everything I could think of about this movie that I felt needed to be said. If you have nothing better to do, why don't watch the movie? You know, it's fun. I watch it at 1.5 times the speed.
Better check your brain at the door.
And
Definitely.
my favorite character in the film is the guy that gets smoked. And that's Dane, God, the sniper. I got pissed they killed him. Fucking Bill Paxton, man. I can never get enough Bill Paxton. Fucking love that guy.
He's awesome.
And that, of course, is what this week's about. This is Bill Paxton Week. And we're going to be talking about some great Bill Paxton films. In fact, the next film we watch is one of my favorite films he ever made. It was written by Billy Bob Thornton. It co-stars Billy Bob.
I'm looking forward
one
to
of the
that
bad
one.
guys. It is a really good fucking movie. But with that said, guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. Military Monday is like one of those days where, look, I admit it, I will do movies that I don't even like every once in a while. This is one of them because there's somebody in it that I like a lot. Actually, there's several actors in this movie that I like, and one that I can't stand.
It's just one person that you don't like, yeah.
Yeah, but oddly, when he does certain things, I'll enjoy him. Like, I like him in 2.5 Men. I like that show.
Yeah, that's because it's a brainless comedy. He can do that.
Never got into that one.
It's clever.
But he doesn't have to act in that movie.
Yeah,
no, he's
he's
playing
just
himself in that show. Yeah. It's a version of himself.
That TV show, excuse me, yeah.
So was Anger Management. It's still Charlie Sheen being Charlie Sheen. You know, drinking that tiger blood, winning.
Winning!
I'll tell you what, though, seems he conquered HIV. Another one.
Look, I don't know if you've watched any of his recent interviews, but he's coming around. He's
good for
the
him.
Guy even like shocked me politically because he's completely opposite his brother and his dad.
Yeah.
Like, who is his dad? His dad in private world had been arrested so many times protesting nuclear plants.
Yeah.
Like, my only beef with nuclear plants is, why are you using this specific kind of fission when there's a cleaner fission that can't be weaponized, that produces more energy, and it's safer for the environment, you know? But they choose to do the one that uses uranium.
Which one's cheaper?
They're both about the same. The reason why is because of weapons. But now that we aren't stockpiling nuclear weapons anymore, how about we go to the other nuclear fission that's cleaner? And there was a whole documentary about it. I'll look it up. I'll share it with you guys in the group. And because I was shocked when this documentary came out, and it said, and yet they keep choosing this one. Why? And it was because you can weaponize it. And that's the only reason. That's the only reason why. It's the only logical reason to pick this one over the other. Alpha, I bet you Alpha knows what I'm talking about.
What's the alternative? Plutonium or what?
I can't remember, dude. It's like over here on the side of my brain, but I've been on this movie. So to access that part of my brain, I'm going to have to drink a lot of soda and sit quietly and stare, and then it'll come to me. Because my retrieval system is just shit nowadays. Deep drawer full of information and a very retarded fucking retrieval system. It's like, you know, when you go to one of those machines where you go to get the toy out and it's just tepidly grabs it and it kind of drops. Oh, I don't have the strength. Those fingers don't have the strength because they're designed that way to fuck you out of getting the toy you want. Sounds like a bad version of Armageddon. Oh, look, I went to see that movie with my daughter. and she is a big Spy Kids fan. And that Lava Boy and Shark Girl, or whatever the fuck that movie was called, she loved that Rodriguez fucking kid movies. I couldn't stand them. But I started enjoying some of the cast that they got. They had really good cast. Giorgino is in it. Fucking Machete plays the same character in all of them. Machete. They get his own movie. So, all right. Love you guys. Gotta go. As Brian would say,
that's it. Show's over.
And but if it was left up to me.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the middle of the film.
No, we have to be like Brian.
That's it. Show's over.
Yeah, and we're gonna get the hell out of here. Love hanging out with you guys. It's always fun, man. We appreciate having you. But Gary, where are we going to get depleted uranium for 25 millimeter and 30 millimeter rounds?
Do we really need that shit?
I got to tell you, there's probably enough depleted uranium already available that would probably last us another century.
According to what I'm seeing here, Gary, thorium. Thorium's the alternative.
Oh, that was it. And
it's more abundant.
More abundant and cleaner and safer. And yet we choose the other. So anyway, I brought that up only because Martin Sheen got arrested a lot for protesting those things. Chained himself to a gate once, the front gate. I'm like, great fucking actor, a fucking lunatic. He really is a lunatic.
Yeah.
He was like one of the early 9/11 guys. So is both his sons were involved in it. But I got to tell you, Charlie seems to be coming around finally. I guess getting HIV and getting torn apart in public by fans can do that to you.
You fuck around and find out and walk through the other side of it, you might be a little based. Yeah.
He FAFO'd and survived it. So God bless him. Yeah. So, hey, everybody, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I want to thank Martin for hanging out as long as he could. But he's got one of those weak, tiny bladders, and he just has to go. It's like a walnut, like a dinosaur brain. And
telling me to get the button.
What? What?
I said hit the button. Get us out of here.
Oh, well, then say it when I'm not talking. Look at Joe. Bye, guys. See you later.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.